Happiness isn't luck. It's a skill. Master guidance. Learn faster. Think deeper. Welcome. Today's video may change how you think about happiness. Most people spend their lives waiting for a better job, waiting for the right relationship, waiting for things to calm down, waiting for life to finally feel easier. And they believe that then, once everything lines up, happiness will arrive. But here's the truth most people never learn. Happiness doesn't work like that. Happiness isn't something you find. It isn't something life hands you. It isn't something another person can give you. Happiness is a skill. And like any real skill, it can be learned, trained, and strengthened over time. This isn't fantasy. This isn't motivational fluff. This is grounded in psychology, neuroscience, and real human experience. If you stay with me until the end, you won't see happiness as luck anymore. You'll see it as something you can actually build. What most people get wrong about happiness. Most people believe happiness comes after something. I'll be happy when I make more money. I'll be happy when I'm respected. I'll be happy when I'm loved. But those are events, not sources. And even when they happen, the happiness fades. Why? Because they were never the foundation to begin with. You can see this everywhere. A man with very little can sing while working in the heat. A millionaire can cry alone in a quiet mansion. Money isn't the difference. Success isn't the difference. Mindset is. Happiness isn't found, it's trained. Your brain is a learning machine. It gets better at whatever you practice most. If you practice complaining, your brain becomes fluent in dissatisfaction. If you practice fear, your brain becomes skilled at anxiety. If you practice noticing what's missing, your brain becomes an expert in lack. But the opposite is also true. If you practice awareness, appreciation, and emotional regulation, your brain adapts. This isn't magic. This is how neuroplasticity works. Your brain is not fixed. It rewires itself based on repetition. You're not born happy or unhappy. You become what you practice being. Happiness is a mental habit. Think of happiness the same way you'd think of learning an instrument. At first, it feels awkward, unnatural, even frustrating. But with consistent practice, it becomes automatic. Happiness works the same way, not because life becomes easy, but because your mind becomes resilient. Here's a simple practice. Every night before sleep, write down 3 things that went right today. They don't have to be big. A quiet moment, a warm meal, a small win. Do this consistently, and your attention begins to shift. Your thoughts change. Your emotional baseline changes. Your brain changes. Because happiness is not a random event, it's a trained habit. The habits of truly happy people. Happy people are not lucky. They don't live pain-free lives. They've simply trained habits that protect their peace. They stop comparing. Comparison silently destroys happiness. Social media trains us to compare our everyday reality to other people's highlight reels. You compare your struggles to their wins, your doubts to their smiles. But you are not behind. You are on your own path. Everyone is carrying a different weight, running a different race. Happy people understand this deeply. They focus on progress, not position. They celebrate growth, not perfection. They remind themselves, I don't need to be them. I need to be aligned with myself. That's peace. They appreciate small moments. Most people wait for big happiness. Happy people notice small joy. The smell of coffee, clean sheets, a quiet morning, a sincere smile. Appreciation doesn't mean life is easy. It means you've learned how to see life. When you stop chasing more, you begin feeling enough. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. They control their inner voice. There's a voice in your head that speaks all day, and for many people it's cruel. You're not enough. You always mess things up. Nothing will change.
Happy people aren't born with kinder thoughts. They train them. They interrupt self-attack. They replace it with self-respect. They speak to themselves the way they would speak to someone they love, because peace inside creates happiness outside. They forgive for their own freedom. Forgiveness isn't about excusing behavior, it's about releasing yourself. Holding anger keeps pain alive. Forgiveness cuts the cord, not to forget, but to heal. Happy people choose peace over poison. They stay present. Most people live in memory or anticipation. Happy people live now. When they eat, they taste. When they listen, they hear. When they walk, they feel the ground. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They make the moment enough. Because life isn't lived in thought, it's lived in experience. Building happiness step by step. Happiness is built daily, not suddenly. Practice gratitude. Gratitude trains your nervous system to feel safe, not because life is perfect, but because you refuse to let pain blind you. Gratitude repairs the mind. Control what you consume. Your mind digests content the way your body digests food. Too much negativity weakens emotional health. Happy people filter carefully. They protect their mental space. Peace is expensive and worth protecting. Move your body. Movement changes chemistry, dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. You don't need intensity, you need consistency. A moving body creates a moving mind. Sleep well. A tired brain cannot be happy. Sleep isn't laziness, it's emotional maintenance. Rest repairs perspective. Build meaning, not just pleasure. Pleasure fades, meaning sustains. Two people can live the same life. One feels imprisoned, the other fulfilled. Meaning gives pain purpose. Final reflection. You don't need a perfect life to feel peace. You don't need applause to feel worthy. You need presence, honesty, effort. You are allowed to rest, allowed to fail, allowed to heal. Happiness isn't loud, it's quiet, stable, grounded. It's knowing you are enough even while becoming more. Happiness is a skill, and you are already learning it.